Welcome to the Aftershock. On behalf of Quakes Epicenter, I can break two pieces of news today, both of which relate to the upcoming summer transfer window. The first is that Chofis Lopez, who was just signed from Chivas on loan, will be a designated player this season. And the second is that Marcos Lopez will participate in the new Under-22 program the league just announced, colloquially referred to as Young Money. Both of these moves required John Fisher, the owner of the San Jose Earthquakes, to spend his own money out of pocket, and were done in order to generate salary cap space and TAM that can be used to make a summer signing, with the most likely outcome of that being a center back. So briefly, how does it all work? Because this is the arcane salary stuff that I'm particularly interested in, but it can be hard for fans to understand. There's two important things to keep in mind. The first is that a designated player versus a TAM player is really just an accounting distinction if you're not talking about the mega designated players. They're people who make within a certain salary band, and basically each team decides for themselves whether they want to count that player as a DP or a TAM player in order to maximize their resources. The other thing to keep in mind is that TAM, GAM, and the salary cap are, for all intents and purposes, probably best understood to be more or less different flavors of the exact same thing. So the only distinction is about exactly who you can use it on. But that's kind of the collective team resources that the teams are limited to. So why does this help? For Chofis, if he's designated as a designated player, it actually saves TAM for the team and saves net resources. The reason why is that TAM players, with them, clubs are responsible for every cent of their salary using TAM and cap space, whereas for DPs, they're only responsible for the $612,000 first dollars that go hit the cap. Everything beyond that does not hit any team resource and actually comes straight out of the owner's pocket. And therefore, they can save any of the money that's between that threshold and the actual salary and use it on other players. Similarly, with the Marcos Lopez transaction, there's not 100% clarity on the U22 mechanism, and there aren't exact numbers for Marcos Lopez's cap hit, but based on my best guesses, we think that he's moved down from something like a $400,000 cap hit to a $250,000 cap hit, again, with the disparity between the two coming out of John Fisher's pocket. There were a couple of other minor roster updates I clarified with the club, which confirmed that they have 3 open senior roster slots and 1 open international slot, with some ability to potentially add more new ones in the near future. And it also allowed me to revise my estimates for exactly how much cap space and TAM they're going to have, and you should absolutely check out my spreadsheet for more details about our best guesses there. So what are the implications? The implications are that, 1, that means that they have the senior slots, the international slots, the TAM, the cap space, to make at least 1 significant TAM level signing in the summer. And 2, we kind of know what that signing might already be, because Jesse Fiorinelli has already made it clear that the priority is the back line, and specifically an aerial presence. He has not come out and explicitly said it's a center back, but based on everything I've heard, that's where the money is going to be spent, and that's why they did these 2 transactions. So stay tuned for more analysis on these moves in the coming days. You're going to hear it from the Aftershock and the Quakes Epicenter crew, but we just want to deliver that breaking news that Chofis Lopez is a DP and that Marcos Lopez is now in the U22 mechanism. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and consider supporting us on Patreon if you haven't already. And of course, go Quakes and never say die.